Yeah, a lot of it is just making sure they implement the right AI platform if they are implementing it, making sure it fits with their needs of the business, make sure it fits with their cost structure, but more importantly, make sure it fits within I would say, the employee side of things. Just making sure that when they are implementing some type of platform, that they are doing the necessary needs of training, and then retraining, and then ongoing training of that platform, just to make sure it's being used properly, make sure it's being used as needed, and obviously from a employee standpoint, making sure that folks feel comfortable about it. I think a lot of times businesses, they'll put in a platform, be it AI or not, but they'll put in a platform, they'll throw it in thinking that it was beneficial to the employee. Well, the employee feels that either they don't feel comfortable using it, they're not trained enough on it to use it right. All of that kind of plays into it. And so really making sure that if you are putting a system in, a platform in, an AI platform in, that it is beneficial to the business, but also that there's a why as to why you're putting it in. How are folks going to be trained? When are folks going to be trained, and how often are they going to be trained, to really ensure that that platform is used and benefiting the company going forward? Yeah, I think a lot of it, when you're in a startup mode, or building a company, it's the strategic partnerships that I think can be really valuable. Where if there's an element of connecting in with a either similar business and or similar strategy business, I think that's a great complement to any kind of startup. And I think also too, don't feel like being a startup limits you from connecting with the big dogs. I find that when you are in that kind of nimble, small environment, the ability to connect into the larger, multi-million, multi-billion dollar organizations is actually quite easy, because they're looking for ways of potentially making things easier for their business as well. And when you have a startup technology, when you have maybe either an IT platform, maybe it's a new medical device, maybe it's a new way of developing drugs, that actually is very interesting for those larger organizations. Don't be afraid to reach out to them.